A day of reckoning for Senator Jinggoy Estrada. He was early at the Sandiganbayan with his wife and children to hear the sentence on his plunder case filed almost 10 years ago. The verdict, not guilty. In its 396-page ruling, the anti-graft court says the prosecution failed to prove beyond reasonable doubt that Estrada conspired with businesswoman Janet Lim Napoles. Estrada was accused of pocketing over 183 million pesos by diverting his Priority Development Assistance Fund or PDAF through fake non-government organizations controlled by Napoles. The court, however, believes evidence was insufficient to prove Estrada amassed ill-gotten wealth. It adds Estrada's former Deputy Chief of Staff, Pauline Labayen, who remains at large, mainly benefited from the scheme with Napoles.
It's a very big victory for us kasi from the start, this is what Senator Jinggoy has been saying, that he's innocent of the crime charge of plunder against him.
While Estrada endorsed Napoles' NGOs for his PDAF projects, the court says there was no evidence that he was involved in the faking of these NGOs. It adds there was no evidence that the transactions involved amounts to 50 million pesos or more. The crime of plunder requires a threshold of 50 million pesos. The court says entries in the financial ledger of state witness and former Napoles employee Ben Hurluy did not have a corresponding special allotment release order or SARO. For the court, the SARO is necessary to show the transactions involved public funds. While the Sandiganbayan is unconvinced of plunder charges, Estrada is not yet off the hook. The court finds him guilty of direct and indirect bribery with a prison sentence of up to 15 years. Based on the variance doctrine embodied in the rules of court, the Sandiganbayan says Estrada can be convicted of a lesser offense as some of the elements of plunder constitute bribery and indirect bribery. For bribery, the court cites evidence that shows a deposit of 1 million pesos to one of Estrada's bank accounts from Napoles as commission for endorsing one of her NGOs. The court says indirect bribery involves the senator accepting 5.7 million pesos from self-confessed PDAF scam bagman turned state witness Ruby Tuason. The court imposes a fine of 3 million pesos, orders his temporary disqualification from holding public office, and perpetual disqualification to vote. Despite this, Estrada's lawyers say he will continue his work at the Senate.
It's not yet final and executory. We still have the legal remedies to file our reconsideration or appeal. So until it becomes final, he still can hold office.
In the meantime, the court finds Napoles, who is serving time at the Correctional Institution for Women for her other convictions, guilty of 7 counts of corruption of public officials. It orders her to pay a fine of over 29.6 million pesos and return to the government another 262 million pesos by way of civil liability. AC Nicholls, CNN Philippines.